Hello everyone, welcome back to the workshop. It's about midnight. Sorry for the blurry video and the shaky video. I am about to head out to my property. I was trying to leave at like 8, but I had too much stuff to put on and too much prep work to do to the Astro before I could take it out there. But she's all ready now. She's got a full tank. Half of it's diesel, half of it's used motor oil. Barely used motor oil. Has like 10 hours on it. I've got my grill, I have a plate compactor, I've got 4 barrels of water, 20,000 pounds of bricks, I have 3 rolls of wire, I have a bunch, I think 10 fence posts, something like that. I've got cooler, gas cans, some dog food for the dog, got clothes and stuff. I'll be camping out there for a few days. Right now it's it was Sunday, now it's Monday. So it'll be Monday and Tuesday I'll be out there laying out brick. I'm hoping early this morning, I probably won't sleep tonight. Early this morning I'll start preparing an area and start kind of laying down brick. I've got a ton of other little things like a 12-volt pump and all kinds of tools, and pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'll start the Astro up. I'm gotta move my F100 out of the way, start the Astro and hit the road and close down the shop. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is not quite the workshop. This is my property. Out here unloading the bricks and such. I made one critical mistake. I forgot the keys to my refrigerator trailer, which has some stuff in there that I would like to use. I don't necessarily have to have it, but it would make my job a lot easier. So I might end up breaking the lock. It is beautiful out here. I am preparing to lay all the brick over here. After doing some thinking and figuring on the best spot to stay out of the way of trailers and trucks coming in through there, because right there is my approach. Oh, you're fine, puppy. Got to get a fence up for her so she can run around a little bit. But after doing some math and some figuring on where trucks will be coming in, I think putting a slab on this side of the property over here, sort of between these 2 posts or 3 posts in this spot, is going to be my best bet. That way everyone has an ample amount of room to maneuver here in this little area, and I still have to the edge of that field that way, and you can't really see it that way, so I have plenty of space. So I'll leave this big area here just a big driveway of sorts. So I'll pound in some more posts and get my fencing put up and start clearing all the brush out of here. There's a lot of brush. Really short stuff though, so it's pretty nice. Well, only a couple of hours in. Actually, not even a couple hours. Made some progress, got fence up. This is very temporary fencing, by the way, just so that she has somewhere to run around. Clearing all the vegetation from here. Just kind of tossing it over the fence and stuff. And leveling as I go. This slab, or these bricks I'm going to lay down, they're not going to be perfect. They're just going to work for what I need. But now it's time for breakfast. And I like it out here. It is quiet. The only traffic you can see is on this little road. I gotta get her food bowls out and get her some water. Well, it's a couple of days later from when I came out here with all them bricks. That day was a pretty bad day. After I filmed the fence, after that last clip, it started to heat up really bad, and I knew that was going to happen. I thought I'd come prepared. I had water, I had a wall-mounted AC unit. However, I also had an inverter for my batteries. This little wall-mounted AC unit did not work. Just would not cool the truck down at all, which is where I had it set up, was inside the truck. Didn't cool the truck down, and the truck started getting really hot. Everything started getting really hot. I had no way to cool down. Trekker here didn't really have any way to cool down. So I had to unload the 20,000 pounds of bricks off the side just to get them off in a hurry. I also realized that stacking them and laying them the way I was doing it was going to take a long time. So what are you doing, dog? That was another reason why I decided to just toss them overboard. So that was fun. I got heat stroke. It was pretty bad. Drank a lot of water, but ended up puking most of it up. And the next day I had to go to actually a place 30 minutes that way to load up a bunch of stuff. So I had to get all the bricks off, and I couldn't move with the bricks on. There was no way to secure them after I'd started taking them off. So it was an interesting time. Kind of sucked. The new plan for laying all these bricks, instead of doing it all in one day, which was frankly foolish from the beginning, it was dumb. I'm going to come out here in the early mornings like it is now and lay a couple. Right now I'm just coming out here to secure some stuff, and I'll run back home to get some other work done. But next week I'll be coming out. Dog, just calm down for a little bit. You're gonna find something in that hole. It's not gonna like you. Come here. There we go. I'll be coming out in the early mornings and leaving when it gets hot. I have a lot of machine work to do. A couple of customers have quite a bit of work for me, so that'll be a good schedule. And I can start making more progress out here and cleaning this place up a little bit, making it look a bit nicer. And for those of you that are going to say that this slab is not flat and it's never going to be flat, I know. Yeah, I just need a hard work surface that I can run my forklift on. I don't need a flat surface. I don't need a nice surface. I just need something where my forklift won't get stuck. Anything beyond that is unnecessary. And this pit of bottles, I'm taking that with me. I'm not leaving those out here. I'll clean up all the trash and make it look nice. There's not a lot of traffic on this road, but there's a surprising amount. Just to give a little bird's eye view of where I'm at. Trailer's all the way down there. And this is the little valley I live in. That's my closest neighbor. And I don't believe that house is inhabited. So, pretty good little spot. Well, I'm back home at the current shop once again. I just wanted to show you the recent acquisitions. The reason that I had to dump all the bricks off. This is a, I believe, 10,000 pound Garwood PTO driven winch. It is, I believe, World War II vintage. It is a similar style that was used on several lighter military vehicles. The DUKWs, the Ducks, also had them. It's kind of an interesting style. You can tell it's different from your normal Garwood winches, because normally they don't mount from the side here. They mount from a mount that's on the bottom, and they have a little A-frame on this side and the worm drive gearbox mounts on the bottom. This one mounts from the side, which works out really nicely for me. It allows me to get this winch set down in the truck a little bit. I might even be able to make this winch flush with the top of the bed, which would be beautiful. It's not perfect, it's locked up, and this clutch over here is stuck and it's missing parts, but I can clean it up. It'll do what I need it to do. Those aren't really issues for me. For the gentleman I got it from, I know him quite well. He's a very good guy, and he's the same guy I got all of the stuff I'm about to show you from. This is a rather large and heavy truck crane. As you can see, the arm is bent quite severely. I will not be using this truck crane. I was going to sell it, but the more I look at it, the more I see things that are bent on it. This cylinder is bent, either ears are bent. This mount up here, that's bent outwards. This thing is unsafe. None of the hydraulics down here are useful to me. I poured over it. The valve is stuck. The quick coupler down here is stuck. This valve here is not stuck, but I don't have a use for it. I could. It would be a good idea for me to take all of the fittings off. It does have some of the reusable fittings, which would be kind of nice. None of the hoses are all that good, so it's going to get scrapped. Trucker's inspecting it now, apparently. This hook over here, this rather large one, I'm keeping that, and I'll keep the smaller one as well. This bearing here, and this, it has a race inside of it. I'm unsure if I'm keeping those or not. I have no use for them personally, but I know a couple of people that might, for certain jib cranes / flagpoles. So those might stick around for a little bit. This 4-speed transmission is locked up, sadly. At least when I checked it was. Yeah, it's locked up. So it's gonna get scrapped. It was made to mount this. The story that was told to me is that this 4-speed transmission was used to power the winch off of a PTO. I guess to give him a bit more reduction. So I'm not using it. I'm going to run the winch off of a hydraulic motor. Just a direct drive hydraulic motor. I might add in one sprocket set to give it a little bit of reduction, but I don't need a whole lot of reduction. So most of this will get scrapped because it's too dangerous to sell, in my opinion. I don't want to have some idiot buy it for $100 and kill himself. It wouldn't be my fault, but it would weigh on my conscience. And over here you can see the other things that I got. This rather rough looking bed is about an 18-foot bed, 19-foot bed. I think it's actually an 18 and a half. No, it might be 19. It's a little bit shorter than the current bed. However, if you look at it, if you look past all the ugly welds, it is significantly more stout. This is a terrible angle, but it's significantly more stout. If you look underneath here, this is all heavy angle iron, dogleg angle iron as a matter of fact. There is a lot of rust. However, it is much thicker. The bed itself is much thicker than the current bed on the Astro. It has these nice ratchets. I really like the idea of having these, because right now I have to use the normal ratchets every single time, and they kind of suck. They're not that great. I did have rub rails at one point. I'm going to have to put rub rails back on it. I don't know if they're going to be as tall as what was here, but I'm going to grind these down and make them look nicer, and put some rub rails back on it. And for those of you that don't quite realize how bad the bed on the Astro is, this is sort of the thickness of the material. And if you look under here, it's a very thin bed, and it is on its last legs. Let me show you the worst cross members where the boring mill sat. Let's see, back there, that cross member is one of the worst ones. But this whole bed, I mean, it's been notched and cut up and beaten on, and it's thin, everything's blown out of her. It was a fertilizer truck for a bit, so the bed is destroyed. The rest of the truck was fine. The cab in the truck is good because it's aluminum, but this will be a nice bed. I don't know when I'll get around to this project. I have a lot of work to do that before I get to it, but that's a future project. And then up top, you can kind of make it out. That is the bridge of a bridge crane. Those rollers will roll, and then the trolley rides on that surface there. It's upside down at the moment. And then I have 4 I-beams here that are about 5 inches by 8 inches. It might be 4 by 8. This bridge crane will be mounted outside, just so that I have a nice crane outside, and it'll have a 2-ton chain fall on it. I'm going to do the math and do everything for a 2-ton bridge crane. I believe it was originally a 1-ton, however, you can't quite make it out. You see that fin there? That extends all the way up to the top, so I'll go over to the other side. On this side you can make out that beam a lot better. There's that chain system for traversing this guy down the track. I don't know if I'll do that, or if I'll just, I might have a hand chain that comes down, but all of the bridge cranes I've used were just free, and you could just tug on the chain hoist and it'll move around. But this here is the main beam. It's decent sized, I would say 20 inches from the flange all the way over to the other side, and I'm gonna plan this to be a 2-ton bridge crane, so it'll be awfully nice when it's done. And with all that being said, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content, and have a good day.